What's up, everybody? Welcome to the morning game. Welcome, everybody. Tobe, welcome. Martha, what's up, Martha? Hey, Hannah. I got little Caitlyn ready. Thank you again. I'm making her into a bobblehead. Thank you so much. Just Jules in the house. Yes, welcome back, Caitlyn. And we got Pat Boylan and Debbie Antonelli on the call. Yes. And Donna is here. Jilly is here. Thank you, Martha said, click that like button. Tina, Rosie, such a pretty lady, deaf bartender, Maggie. Rosie said, trying to channel my morning energy for real. Ruth, good morning. Rosie, Linda's nervous. Well, the Valkyries, we know. All right. So we got Ari. Oh, wow. So they took Lexi out. Interesting. This is going to be interesting. Lexi coming off the bench, and they're starting right away with Ari and Caitlyn. I thought maybe they would wait on that. So it's going to be interesting. Does Caitlyn start with bringing the ball up, or does Ari? If you didn't catch in my video that I put up in the wee hours of the morning, I talked about Caitlyn's comments about playing with Ari. They've never played together. It's going to be interesting. I have the towel. Yes, Maggie. I made sure I had the towel. And I also have on the CC Effect shirt. Coming to a larger arena near you. Good vibes, Kara. Shout out to you all. Love DB, the other DB. Who's the other DB? Who am I missing? Mama Nita, welcome. Suede is here. Everybody in the chat, welcome. And the Fever did not win the tip, but we're used to that. We got Kelsey on ball. Good hands. The hands, CC. Timmy hands off to Kate. That's not a backcourt. 5 on the shot clock. Here's Kate Martin taking on Caitlyn. And Caitlyn fouls. Oh, offensive. All right, CC coming in doing her defense. They got KM and CC. Oh, DA. Don't scare us, Linda. All right, CC's on ball. She's bringing the ball up. Gets it to Aaliyah. There's Ari to CC. And she gets ripped. All right, we'll settle down. Timmy. Kate Martin for the long shot. Misses. CC with the read. Ari's on the right side of the court. Air ball. You're right, Smoke. Most people do ignore her. She's really improved defensively. Kate Martin. So Timmy is patient. CC with the rebound. Let's go. Push and pace. Oh, my. Step back 3. Misses that. But Tosh is there. Oh, it's already physical. Wow. What's up, fam? And Golden State's on the board. Kara said, Howard better not start. We're all right. Mitchell gets to the basket. Come on, to the left side. Let's go. CC on that defense. That's some good D. Look at Ari. Oh, my goodness. We're back to the back door. We're back to the back door. Come on. Goodness. 3 new refs in Indiana. I know, William, it's not good for people who are working at this time of day, right? I'm glad you're listening, though.
Kelsey Mitchell earned her 3rd straight All-Star selection, and she will play on Team Clark. Clark drafted her yesterday. She has been on a...
Here we go.
58% from the three-point line over her last 6.
We're good. We're good. Golden State 2, Indiana 3, 7:43 to go in the first. That's what I've got. We hit both our free throws. Good start. If you're ahead of me, if you can pause yours, that would be great. Help on D. Okay, so the inbound to Kelsey. Here's CC. They got Martin on Howard. Ari. Come on, somebody. Ari's never gotten a chance to play with CC before. CC with like, what, 3 rebounds already? Good morning, Kelly Marie. 7 Indiana, 4 Golden State. CC step back from the elbow. Come on, somebody. She's shooting the mid-range. Nine 4, Indiana. Over the top, nice pass. Nice pass. That pass is usually there for us, too. CC said, I got a heat check. Oh! Remember when she came back against New York? 12-6 with 6:11 on the clock. Good help defense. There you go. Oh, goodness. It's CC. Give it up. Awake and Dreaming is a new member. Welcome. Glad you are awake at this time of day. And Golden State answers. Thank you, Awake. Come on, somebody. I looked away. Who passed that? Nah. Too early, Karen. Too early. We all right. We're all right. There's CC. Beautiful. Good hands. Timmy with the good hands. When you run the baseline, if you drop down, there are things open for you. Okay, good. So they got Lexi in. They're going to give CC a break. Her minutes are going to be restricted somewhat. So they have put Lexi on the bench. This is going to be interesting. No, we don't want her bringing the ball up. And listen, Howard cannot bring the ball up. But the good thing that I noticed was that Ari was saying, give me the ball. Okay? Because that's what the guard has to do. Hey, Lisa G. William, you're 80 feet in the air hanging on for dear life. What do you do? What do you do for work? I hope you're not out there working on electricity. Smoke says at least they called the foul. White is letting them run. White always lets them run. When the defense is conducive and when you have Caitlyn on the floor, but they've been running with Ari as well. Both these teams like to run, so they're gonna be gassed. You work on billboards. Oh, be safe up there. Oh my goodness. Don't mind my eye rolling. I just got a text message that's bothering me. Oh my goodness. All right, let me turn off these notifications. Messages. No, what did you say? This place is crazy. DB was still with the fever. She would have asked for oxygen. She'd have been on the bench. She'd have been on the bench. Ruth says, don't know how she pulled it off, but sis sent me a Sophie jersey and said Merry Early Christmas. That's amazing. That's excellent, Ruth, because those things are sold out. Let it roll off like raindrops. No bad text allowed during the game. I know. I gotta. Well, I'm glad that they're being smart with Caitlyn's minutes. It's important.
Chelsea, thank you. And yes, this is something we might see today, perhaps on Friday as well. An early exit, shorter burst. It doesn't necessarily mean significantly less minutes for Clark.
That's a great present she got, for sure. William says, I'm 60 years old, still climbing, but this is probably my last year. I'm getting too old for the job. Yeah, especially when you got to multitask between a game and billboards. All right, Aries got ball. So we got Ari, Howard, Kelsey, and Aaliyah. And Lexi. Aaliyah, attack. Come on. Get in there. Aaliyah has soft hands. Soft hands. That's right, Sarah. Get AB involved now. There you go. Right on cue. 11 Golden State, 18 Indiana, 4:33 to go in the first quarter. Ari is so quick. Good job. Oh, Aaliyah running the break to Kelsey. Tells Kelsey to the hoop. Can't get it. Come on, Fever. They had two bodies there. They should have had that. Got to box out. Got to box out. Here comes Ari. Hey, rule number 1 in transition, stop ball. If they don't stop ball, take it to the basket. She drew the foul. Good job. V, I agree. Because Golden State likes to run, but a lot of teams can't handle that. That pace is going to be really good for them. I agree, Just. I hope they keep it too. We got Ari. We got the twos. Ari 2, CC 2. I like that trade too. She said, I'll trade the coach. You didn't want me for the Olympics. I don't want her to coach me in the All-Star game. Good job, Ari. I need to get the box score up. And good morning, everybody. Yes, it is morning where I am anyway. Sophie in, Howard out. Seattle and Connecticut are tied, by the way. 2:30, you got Minnesota and Phoenix. 7 o'clock, Dallas and Chicago. Ooh, nice. Come on, Sophie. She fell on her own. Don't bail her out. Good help. Good help, Sophie. Good help, Sophie. Good help, Indiana. Good job. That's what I'm talking about. Lexi with the ball. Aaliyah turns the corner, goes up on 2, misses the layup, but gets the offensive rebound, gets blocked. Going the other way. Stop ball, stop ball, stop ball. Good job, Kels. Look at Ari down low. Look at Ari down low. They kick out and splash. It is now 14-20. Kayla Thornton. Sophie reverses to Kelsey. Aaliyah sets the screen, fakes the screen. Doesn't need the dribble, though. Off. And here comes the running. Stop ball. Euro step. Misses the layup. She should have made it. Let a foul. Bailed her out. I was sitting outside to just listen to you, but I'm watching now. Absolutely, Rebecca. Oh, we got KK back in? We got KK in, I mean? KK's in, CC's in. CC, KK. Off. Rebound. Good job, Sophie. She pushing it. Michaela on the right. Get out of each other's way. Come on. Spread out. Spacing. CC step back mid-range. Off. Rebound, Lexi. Always. Everywhere. Come on, Sophie. 14-23, 2:08 to go. She does. Debbie Antonelli's right. Close the middle. That's KK. 3 blocks a game last season in college. And you know what? She bailed them out because that thing was open like the Red Sea. That's why you need a KK on your team. Thornton out. Who's that man standing behind Stephanie White? They need to put him on camera again. Tiffany Hayes kicks out. So she'll be shooting 3. She all right? That's late. That's the picture on the thumbnail. Kelly says, so happy KK's finally getting minutes. Is Dantas in the building? I think she was still traveling yesterday, wasn't she? Cat's on listening mode while at work. Yeah, the work always gets in the way of what's really important. I used to say that all the time for like 11 years. So she gets 3 because we fouled on the 3. I'm laughing at the bench points too while looking at the box score. DD's there? Okay. KK inbounds to CC. You got Hayes on Caitlyn. She calls timeout. Oh, she's got blood on her knee. Not Caitlyn, the other girl. Well, there was contact. So we had to blow a timeout there. These Temu referees, Temu referees. Well, and the blood on the girl's knee. Is that late? I'm not sure. I got to see that again. I'm not sure if Caitlyn initiated that contact. She's shooting well. She's hit a mid-range. She's hit a 3. Let's go to the box score. How is she doing? Let's see. CC she's 2 of 4. She's got 5 points. She had a mid-range and she had a 3. So, and her minutes are being monitored very wisely. She has 3 rebounds though, as well, and 1 assist. Kelsey Mitchell has 6 points, and we got Ari and Caitlyn both with 5 points. 2 from Howard, 2 from Aaliyah, 3 from Sophie. And William, they had Lexi come off the bench, and they had CC start with Ari. All right, Sophie squares up, gets it to CC. Lexi kicks it out to Sophie. Short. Here comes Hayes. Back to Hayes. All right. She's going to try to take CC. I knew it. Little fake. CC got faked. CC got faked on the hesitation. It is 1923. Offensive foul on Sophie. We're looking a little bit sloppy right now. Last few possessions. Jebber says, I'm watching on TV, trying to listen to you on YouTube on my phone. Glad you're here. And now an offensive foul. So Sophie said, was that Sophie said, I got you back? Lexi. All right, Ari is back. And Mitchell gets a chance to take a rest. It's going to be interesting how they're going to learn these rotations. They haven't had to do it. There's always been something that they've got to adjust to. Caitlyn coming off a screen, little hesitation, gets stripped. Misses everything. And Caitlyn slowing it up. Slowing it up, hoping to get the last shot of the quarter. With the 2-second differential. Good passing. Nice fake, Sophie. And dribbles out of bounds. Ran out of real estate. That's just sloppy. 10 seconds. And she gets right down the middle. That's inexcusable. I'm sorry, but that's inexcusable. We've been stuck at 23 for I don't even know what the run was there, but that is inexcusable. Just straight down the middle, the heart of your defense. Come on now. And it's 21-23. I don't know what the run is there. It's been quite a bit. Let's look at what the Valkyries have done. Timmy with 2, Hayes with 2, Burton with 5, Billings with 5, Janelle Salon with 2, Chen with 2, and Carla Late with 3. So they're sprinkled out there. Let's look at rebounding. Valkyries with 7 rebounds, Indiana with 13 rebounds. So it's great. We're winning the rebound battle. In addition, we've got 3 offensive rebounds. They have 0 offensive rebounds. So we're winning it there. Assists, Golden State with 4, Indiana with 5. Indiana with a steal. And of course, Golden State, as we have seen, well, they got 2 steals. So not that much more. A block from Golden State in the KK block for Indiana. We've got 4 turnovers. They've got 3. So, I mean, we're shooting 44.4%. They're shooting 40%. We're shooting 50% from 3. They're shooting 28.6% from 3. They are 100% from the line, shooting 3. We're 100% of the line, shooting 4. We're winning in every category, but the last stretch here has been sloppy, and therefore it's just a 2-point game. Well, buddy, they have to take her out. That's the point. They have to take her out because she's got to have limited minutes. She's been out, and they have to protect her long term. So if you guys are expecting to see her get all the minutes she normally gets, you're going to be sorely disappointed. And it's not bad coaching. It's smart coaching. You have to manage, and other people have to step up because you cannot run her into the ground. So it is what it is when you're coming back from injury. Ruth, thank you so much for gifting that membership. I always say you're the most generous people on the internet. Appreciate you so much. Kelly says we have the ugliest mascot. Adrienne, what do you think of Asia's injury yet not having an MR until this afternoon? I hope she's fine. I joked about it in my last video. She said she didn't want to play. She was scared of Indiana fans or whatever. But it was just a joke. I hope she's okay coming down on her wrist like that. Good afternoon, Gwen. Sloppy pass, Ari. CC back in. Michaela up top. Hands off to Ari. 10 on the shot clock. Michaela at the elbow. Turns. Attacks the basket. Little clunky. She'll get there. Hey, Shayla. Let's go Fever. I agree. Yeah, I'm glad to see the reduced. I know she doesn't like having it, but she said it was necessary as well. And another reason why they want to play her off the ball some. Ari says, I'll pull the trigger. Long. Good job, Lexi. CC with the ball. 9 on the shot clock. Wow. Put the ball up. All right. Howard gets to the line. Yeah, they're trapping CC. Kelly said, Kelly Marie says they always double guard the ninth player. Badoosh. Touche, Kelly Marie. If you know, you know. Come on, Howard. It's a 2-point game. And the first one's good. They are knocking her around, Terry. And that's one reason why teams don't like to say too much about injuries, because then they try to exploit it. It's one of the things that Rachel Demita has been pointing out. Come on, box out there, Lex. Good D. Dead ball. Good help, see. Kick it out. No foul. Do not bail them out. EJ, new member. Thank you. Welcome. Oh, wow. That's Kalia Copper's twin. Where's Aaliyah Boston? We have not. Good job. Go. Don't wait for. Oh, she's hurt. She's still down. You got 5 on 4. You got to take advantage of it. You have to take advantage of it. Good job, Lex. It is 6:30 in the morning in Hawaii. Deanne, aloha. 28-23. Some coaches read the injury report, then burned it. Sweet, sweet, sweet. So let's look at some of these other scores going around the league right now. These early games. Today's the 9th. Seattle 74, Connecticut 66. I think the Minnesota and Phoenix at 2:30. That's going to be interesting with DB. DB showing up in Phoenix. It's on League Pass, Donna. Gwen, I agree. Most improved player this season. Her and Aaliyah Boston, both in that conversation. Unbelievable, these people. Letty's watching it on the W app. It's on YouTube and Sling too, Ruth says. NBA TV, wow. So make sure you hit the like button. It's on Amazon Prime too? Really? Wow. It's everywhere. I didn't know it was on all those things. Amazon Prime. What did I do here? How do I get rid of that? Oh, there he is. They changed up the setup and I got stuck there. Tyrese is in the house. Yes, he is. I'm assuming he's just recuperating, right? How come I don't see any crutches near him?
He's got a boot on.
You would think that you would have crutches and nearby. I think it's on Prime if you purchase the League Pass through there. Oh, okay. Kelly said, we need this win to make a point that we need CC to win games. If we lose, the haters are going to make ugly comments again. I learned not to pay attention to those haters. I knew they'd say whatever they're going to say. It's ridiculous. Oh, nice give and go. Nice give and go. Give and go, baby. Give and go. Basic basketball 101. Splash. I knew that was good off the hand. 26-30. We gotta spread the gap. Spread the gap. Spread the gap. Caitlyn kicks it out. Nice. Short, real short, Lexi. Wow. Woo, I thought she got a foul on that one.
Turns her head and looks like she's going to double. And when that happens, you immediately come to the bucket. That's exactly what Aaron McDonald is supposed to do.
Yeah, it's a little erratic, Hannah. But they're doing some good things. Ooh, that should have been a cookies. It's a 1-point game. Aaliyah tried to force that one. 8:16 on the clock. 1-point game. It's a whole different thing, right? I was listening to someone's way to talk about who is it? They were talking about. I gotta save the thought. Caitlyn puts it up, way short. Step back. Man, I wish I lost my thought, Sweda. Wow, she just forced that up, and Golden State takes the lead. Oh my goodness. Really? Offensive. Wow. This new system. Oh. I'm trying to get this thing off, this background. Where is it? I'm here. There it is. All right. Mitchell misses. I'm right here, Jilly. I put the background up and I can't get it off. It's a new format StreamYard is using. Yeah, they're cold. I mean, 30, like. We've scored 7 points halfway through the second quarter.
Just over 6 minutes here this afternoon. The Valkyries defense has settled in.
7 points.
10 points over the last 8:52. This is a possession game.
Timmy misses. Sueda, that's enough to get you in trouble. Nah, I disagree. I think that you're sleeping on this team. This team is the same record Indiana has. This team is giving fits to everybody. Let's go. And if you want Christy Sides back, you must have not been around last year. That's all I can say. Nice, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful movement. Shall we credit Christy Sides for that? Yeah. Offensive foul, trying to get on top of the screen. Hey, Heather. Beautiful passing. Beautiful passing. Man, here comes Martin. Send that out of here, AB. Here you go. Give it up. Give it up. Oh, no. See, you're not see Kelsey, really? Like, ill-advised is right. Good rebound. Watch your back. Watch your back. Watch your back. Come on. Come on, AB. Get some lift. She got no lift on that. Get up. His size can stay where she is, for real. She didn't leave the floor enough. Explode. That was something that Porter was working with her on in the preseason. Missed the layup. Come on, Indiana. Settle down. 5-4 in the shot clock. They're going to have to, Linda, they're going to have to give her adequate rest. So other people are going to have to play. Like, they've been playing without her. They need to step it up. And it's like, what time of day if they were in their body clock from Golden State? Like 9 o'clock in the morning? Oh, my goodness. Kelsey Mitchell, what are you doing? Like, everybody, just play within yourself. These trying to do these passes that you don't do. Goodness. I don't like, Charlie, I'm with you. I don't like it either. But that, I mean, even in the half court there, these passes, just make it simple. This is what Stephanie White means when she says, don't always try to make the home run play. Just make it simple. You know? Yeah, like you don't have to, that's what she means. Like, some people read that to mean, oh, she doesn't want Caitlyn to shoot a three. That's not what she means. It's like, make the simple play. It's a simple game. Play it simply. Caitlyn can make some of these passes, not everybody else can make it. They're trying to force something that's not there. Kelly said, you ain't lying. Kelly said they just got out of bed. For real. And not only that, but I'm thinking, remember when we played Golden State at Golden State? I'm like, it's like midnight over, in their body. These guys should be half asleep, Golden State. Kelly says they need more morning coffee. For real. Cece needs to calm down emotionally. She needs to rest physically. If anybody on here has had a groin injury, you know how painful they are. They are. But she says she feels good. They're just going to have to manage her minutes. One of the most basic things, Rich, is take care of the basketball. That's one thing. Make it simple. It's sloppy. Ruth said you can't thread a needle with yarn. I love that analogy. Yeah, Letty, I think you're right, Letty. Kelsey Mitchell wants that ball back. She won't make that mistake twice. Well, she done made it like 4 times, but maybe she won't make it again. That one, you can tell she's like, ugh. But yeah, you got to clean up the garbage. SCM, love your passion. Also was pleasantly surprised that I was gifted a membership yesterday. Love your channel. I'm so glad you're here, SCM 222. That's my number, 22222. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you like it here. And being gifted a membership, amazing. The people in this channel are so generous. They're constantly gifting memberships, and it's just amazing. I appreciate that, and I'm glad you're here. How bad is Asia's injury? I don't know. She was supposed to get the MRI. Someone said this afternoon. Corey says the fever was antsy. They got to get back to playing fever. They do. They look extremely antsy. And Caitlyn came out really uptight and arguing with the officials right away. I get the frustration, but people read your body language, and, The officials are not your friend. The officials aren't anybody's friend in this league, unfortunately. Well, maybe some people like Asia, but you know. All right, 35-32. Corey gifted a membership. Thank you, Corey, for doing that. Thank you. Thank you. There's that generosity. All right, here we go. We need to stop. And a layup. They're getting layups. It is a 5-point game. So the goal is to at least tie the game before you go into the half. There's Kelsey. Skip pass. Airy up top. 10 on the shot clock. Kelsey comes off the baseline, attacks the basket, gets blocked. Get back, get back, get back. Right to the middle. And a chart right to the middle. Somebody has to stop ball sooner. Their defense is looking bad right now. Sophie and Lexi keep playing their feet, but they're getting called for blocking fouls. Oh, she's in the semicircle. That's why. CC back in. So you can't be in that restricted area. If you are, you're going to get called for the foul. You have to be outside of that area, and that is for safety. You're right, Ruth. Game of runs. But Golden State, I'm telling you, they're not to be taken lightly. CC back on the floor. Ari, CC, AB. Here she comes off the screen. Give it to AB. Give it to AB. She's got 4 on her, which means somebody's open. There you go. Short. Too short on that. Too short on that. She had a good look at a 3. Why dribble into the heart? There we go. Here we go. Good, good. She had no white jerseys. She held it up. They look out of sorts. Thank you for blowing the whistle. Because of the angle there, because of that angle, Mama Nita, you wouldn't want her. She's not going to get the she's not going to get the backboard on that one. She just left it short. And here comes Hayes. Stop ball. Stop ball. It's a 9-point game. Kelsey, too strong. Now she's playing hero ball. It's the hero ball. Oh, good D, good D, good D. Is that a jump ball or foul? Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. What am I missing? Yeah, we got moderators. Can we do something with Rudolph? He's not gonna spam the comments. Never mind. They always tell you who they fear. I got him. Nice pass. Wow, good closeout. She did, but no good. Ugh. Goodness gracious.
They'll come back better second half.
Yeah, thank you for the heads up there, Pope, on that. That was ugly. Oh, Sid Colson didn't get to play at all, but there she is, giving her teammates some dap. Smoke says, I feel for Kels right now. I mean, do they look stiff or are they just not clicking? What's with the issue? They look, I don't know, out of sorts. Just not fluid. Is something off with Kelsey and CCMP? I don't know. I mean, CC hasn't been playing. I mean, it's her first time back. So let's look at the it is 41-32. Not too much of a not too much to overcome, but Indiana scored 9 points in that second quarter. 9-20. It's just ugly. That's just ugly. I'm sorry, but the leading scorer for, and it's not like anybody from Golden State is absolutely demolishing us. It's Tiffany Hayes is their leading scorer. She has 6 points, and then you got several with 5 points. Indiana, Kelsey is our leading scorer with 6 points. No, sorry, Ari has 7. And then you got Mitchell with 6. CC hasn't scored in a while. She played 12 of the 20 minutes. Howard played 12 minutes. Aaliyah had 15 minutes, but she's got 4 points. She's taken 5 shots only. Mitchell's taken 9 shots. And she's 2 of 9. 2 for 9. It happens. But 2 for 9. We got 2 for 6. We've got a 2 for 5. The Fever completely out of their element. They're being hammered and intimidated. The coach has no answer. Well, listen, if I'm a player, I'm not looking for the coach to keep me from being intimidated. It's not the coach's job to keep you from being intimidated. It's your job not to be intimidated, and it's your job not to play soft. Yep, Martha. Rosie, let's start over in the second half. Yeah, we started out looking good. Defense was looking good. We started giving up layups. We need to regroup, Kelly says. I agree. They need to relax and play basketball. They look scattered. They really do. I agree, Heather. They can do this, but they're gonna have to turn it around fast. And Kelly, you what you say is so true. This is the thing that I keep trying to say, and that is this team has never had a situation where, and I said this when they were clicking in the last few games, up before the Sparks game, of course. I said that when she comes back, then you got another issue because now you got to work her in and you got to find her, and she can't play her normal minutes. So now you got to get her. You got her and Ari. They've never played together. So now you got them playing. I mean, there's just always been something. So they got to try to gel all over again. The bottom line is they're going to have to get it done. But it's been a lot. And we said in the beginning of this game, 12 minutes, Lisa. We said in the beginning of this game that they were that they could win, that they could do some really good stuff the way they started. But it's like Golden State settled in and Indiana had no answer. Moore says CC coming back, being asked to fill a different role, not good. But it's the role that it's gonna help long term. But she had the ball in her hand most of the time. But they also have to run her off screens because she's got her body has to rest. They're riding her. Sarah said it's not a coach thing. Make passes and shots. I know, right? Just keep it simple. Yeah, Williams says Kelsey has a bad game now and then. Yeah, regroup and focus. Kelly Marie, I agree. AB is invisible. Diggity Dog says, I'm at the game. They just haven't started to gel yet. Crowd doesn't like the female official. Interesting. I'm glad you got a chance to be at the game. We need to turn it around. Make them turn. Get in that locker room right now, Diggity Dog. Diggity Dog. Players need to play, BC says, and stop worrying about what the coach is or isn't doing. Yep. Clark off point puts everyone out of sync. It shouldn't, Ed. She hasn't played for the last how many games, so I don't think that's it. I mean, it shouldn't put them out of sync, but I don't know. They've been playing without her, so the whole gelling thing is a thing. Valkyries are just too good as an expansion team. Yeah, like I said in my video this morning, I guess, both teams are 9-9. Somebody's going to end up over 500. Somebody's going to be under 500. Too many turnovers. Let me look. Let me see. Turnovers. Indiana has 10 turnovers in this game. Valkyries aren't that much better. Valkyries have 8. But Indiana is shooting 32.4%. When I mentioned how the field goal percentage before, it was 44.4. They're now 32.4, which, of course, makes sense since they only scored 9 points in the second quarter. And it's not like the Valkyries are shooting the lights out either. I mean, they're shooting 42.9%, so they're 10% more, plus 10 more than Indiana. Rebounding, 20, Indiana, 19, Valkyries. And we've gotten 4 offensive rebounds, 8 assists from us, 8 assists from them. 5 steals from them, 3 from us. They got 2 blocks, and we've got that 1 from KK. So let me see. We have shot 6 free throws. They have shot 7 free throws. And we've hit all of ours. Anyway, I mean, it just feels so weird because, like, Sydney Colston's been getting significant minutes. So now she's not getting significant minutes. It's just weird. Hey, Kay.
She's fine.
And they are guarding her tight. Connecticut up by 6 over Seattle with 1:44 left in the game. My prediction is that they're going to blow it. Maybe I'm wrong. When will the CC we love come back? We know and love come back. Well, she's been injured. It happens. If there are 4 black jerseys in the paint, kick it back out. Real simple, right? We saw some of that, but then your passing also needs to be crisp. Interesting. LA says CC and Kelsey don't match well on the court together. I don't know. They have when they're doing their back doors and stuff that last year we were talking about the best backcourt in the league. I know last year's not this year. Playing 2 guards at the same time? I don't know. CC was looking forward to it. 2 point guards at the same time is so that you can. I don't know. I don't know that that's a bad strategy. It's certainly not the first person to ever do that. You got 2 people who can handle the ball, and therefore you can run Caitlyn off screens. And so as she's trying to recuperate, I don't think that's a bad strategy. I just think it's an experimental strategy, Felipe, like you said. But how do you not experiment? How do you not try to figure it out when you've got people who've been out and coming back in? Like, what are you supposed to do? It's been constant transition, constant change. Smoke says, I need coffee. I don't have a problem. My problem is, I don't have a problem. I'm not focusing on Stephanie White. I'm focusing on them making the easy play, making the crisp passes, moving over in defense, rotating fast enough. That's my focus. I'm not looking for a scapegoat for these professional basketball players. And that's what we do all the time. It shifts from, okay, it's Stephanie White, and anyway. Nobody was saying that at the beginning of the game. Tina Charles, 29-11. Well, let's see what they do in the second half. Let's see what adjustments they make. I think it could be exciting too. Back to the basics. We'll see what happens. I got nothing. I got nothing other than what I said. We'll see what happens. Julie says not trying to take too many. Well, I think she's not trying to force it because they are playing her really tight. And so I feel like she's not trying to force it. And I'm noticing that she's, when they close out on her, she has taken a few shots in the mid-range area, which is good. I mean, it's something she's worked on. So she's not forcing it, which I think is good. But I agree. AB does need to get going. Terry says no negative waves. Yeah. 9-point game. So you dug yourself a hole. So now what are you going to do? You got to come out and dig out. Danny says, hey, hoping they switch it up for the second half to continue exploring strengths. CC's point and AB posting. Let's try it. I say, let's do it. I want to see AB. I want to see AB get more touches. That's for sure. She's only taken 5 shots. And it's a different day. I mean, Lexi coming off the bench. I mean, Lexi's ready whenever she comes in, but it's been hard to get some consistency in this season. William says, I have a sink full of dirty dishes I'm going to clean up during halftime. I hope the Fever likewise clean up their game in the second half. Touche. Didi hasn't been in. Now, KK came in. KK got minutes, but Didi is coming back from Brazil, so she's probably going to work her in. Of course, she was hot in Brazil, so. Brian says, you're right, Adrienne. The coach can't shoot or keep them from throwing the ball away. Yeah, I can't. Listen, some of those passes, some of those not getting there soon enough, I can't blame that on Stephanie White. Like, give her the blame if she deserves the blame. But she's not responsible for Kelsey Mitchell throwing the ball away. She's not responsible for the air balls. They've gotten some good looks, and they've missed the shot. So she has to make adjustments too. I mean, that's part of her job, and we're going to see what happens when she comes out. But from what I see here, there's a lot that this team has not done that they need to do. And they got to take responsibility for that. How much time I got to run to the refrigerator? Dantas is back. Yeah, Timpson. I love the block she got. Yeah, Heather says some of the lineups and plays, though, we'll see. Let's go Fever. Yeah, and that's the thing, though. I mean, that's the cards that they have been dealt. You don't know the lineup until you get out there and try it, right? Because they haven't had everybody. So I agree. And I said that was going to be the case when they come back. Now you have to adjust once again, because you're not going to bring Caitlyn off the bench, right? That's not going to happen. So you bring her in, or do you guys think that they should do that? When they've been cooking and now Caitlyn's back from injury, would that be your suggestion that you bring her off the bench? If you're not, then you're going to have to, it's going to look kind of strange at times.
Be a little bit more aggressive in the second half to get their guards out the paint. Valkyries also made it difficult to even score around the rim. How do you look to?
Let's hear what he says about the rim score.
Open shots, they're great on the collapse. All right, I feel like we turned down some open shots early in the half. Our spacing has to be better.
Spacing?
That's what we talked about. We'll do that in the second half.
He's not lying. That spacing at times cramped.
What did you take away from these comments?
Well, as we take a look at the scores, I think they have been collapsing, especially on the weak side. Indiana's drivers are getting to the paint, and they're looking to score on the collapse. You got to get to the paint and make a decision and a read quicker and swing it to the open three-point shooters outside the three-point line.
Yes, Maggie. I think that's what Debbie Antonelli. I think she just confirmed what you said right there too. They're getting looks. They really are. All right, new half. Let's go. We got a hole. Let's dig. Yes, Joseph Ross. Hopefully she's not off the whole game, right? New half. Let's go. Get the shovels ready. We're ready. We're ready, guys. We're ready. Let's do it. All right, Aaliyah up top. There's Kelsey. She hands off. Kelsey to CC. She's all over CC. See that? She bumps her. Oh, no. Two people down there. Are they going to upgrade that? They are really, it's tight on CC, y'all.
Tim Green sent the teams to their benches. Here's what happened behind the play. Those two just get tangled up.
Just like they tripped each other up.
And they sit down there talking. I'll talk to you later.
You see smiles.
They're going to review that. I figured that. I have a feeling that's going to be a flagrant on Ari. For women. That's going to be a flagrant. Well, she did make a play on the ball, but she also made a play on her waist. So they're going to upgrade that. Yeah, it's probably a flagrant. Not that she meant to hurt her. It doesn't have to be intentional to be a flagrant. It has to be unnecessary for a flagrant one. 2 hours later. You guys can settle in and have lunch. You know how this goes. I think there was a play on the ball. There was a play on the ball, but that's a definite flagrant one. I mean, will they give her a flagrant 2 on that? Ugh. Get your chili. Sean said smoke break. By the way, I don't smoke. Yeah, it's long enough to start, but don't. Michelle, I ran and let my chickens out. Smoke. Had I known, I would have eaten. I wouldn't have eaten so quickly. You doubt it would be a 2? Definitely going to be a 1. SpongeBob. Several minutes later. It doesn't take all day to know this is a flagrant. Sorry. They can boo. It's the right call. Ari tried to stop a layup, but she grabbed Kayla Thornton around her waist, so it had to be upgraded. She was just trying to keep her from scoring, but it still is a flagrant. It's the right call. She missed the first free throw. All right. So now Cece's trying to keep Coach from getting the tech. It's a 10-point game, everybody. Not a fan of the matinee games. She said it's too early for this. Kelsey Plum stepping over Holtwell, stepping over Lexi. All right. How does that happen? I don't understand. How does that happen? Now just play your game. One possession at a time. Relax. They're cold. We all right, Joe. We're all right, Joe. Come on now. Cade Martin way out. Splash.
Valkyries have the first 6 of the third quarter and lead by 15.
Unbelievable. How do you get anyway? I got nothing to say. Allure says beer run. Who needs a refill? Cece's like, we got this, Coach. They're gonna have to show us something. They're gonna have to show us something else. But it's the way that it's not even our clean shots right now. Look at our defense right now. If we were playing good defense, we'd be able to get some. We'd be able to get some offense. Our defense is terrible right now. After inbound, she gets an over-the-top clear layup. What? Diggity Dog says these officials are worse in person, if you can imagine. We were actually leading in the rebounding, believe it or not, Scipio. Jill, probably because they're not riding Aries' tail like they're riding Caitlyn's. You see every time Caitlyn touches the ball, what's going on? I'm thinking, I don't know what to think, Good Vibes. I'm thinking their defense is looking terrible. That's what I'm thinking. And the fever's cold. Yeah, Just Jules, there was a Ari got a flagrant one. It was the right call. Valkyries have good defense. Isn't this half court allowing them to set up their defense? Yeah. Well, that's what what are you going to do, though? If you're not getting stops, then you're going to have to play in the half court. And they're not getting defensive stops. They rolled her tail last season and we were more successful. I don't think we were more successful last season. Let's do that. No, Gerald, they weren't playing like thugs. It was not intentional. And there you go, miscommunication. It wasn't. I mean, it wasn't. It wasn't. Martian, how does that affect? You're not seeing a defensive problem too? And they weren't being thugs at all. She was trying to stop the layup. She wasn't trying to hurt her. And I think she did make somewhat of a play of a ball. But all right, we got to score. We got to score. Let's go. Here we go. Let's go. 15-point game. Kelsey Mitchell, and she's having an off day. For those of you who just come on, we needed that. Was that a long two? Yep, long two. Let's go. Exactly, Michelle. I get so tired of hearing that, but I'm not surprised to hear all the coach stuff all the time because that's what people are saying on out on the internet. And people it just sows these seeds, and everybody just repeats it all the time. Wow, in fact, Benley just took Aaliyah to school. Kelly says, you're right. We seem to be more relaxed playing against winnable teams. Come, see, she's in. There you go. Come on, Aaliyah, get up. Yet we play more aggressively against top teams. It's psychological. It is true, and it's always true. It's always true from every level, whether you're talking about high school or whatever. The teams you so-called are supposed to beat, it becomes more of a battle. Some of it's just matchups. But this Golden State Valkyries team is not your typical expansion team. They are no joke, and they like to run, you know. The Fever have to remember who they are and stop. They're playing soft to me. To me, they look soft, and they do look intimidated, and that's something as a player. I don't want to hear Kelsey Mitchell at the end of the game come to the press conference and say we play soft. You already know you're playing soft. Stop it now. And it is psychological. Now, have some pride and play basketball. See, they cleared out this side. Kicks it out. We need D so we can run. Come on, CC. They pushed the ball up the floor. Even though they didn't get a stop. But look how she gets inside the paint. And there you go. And she gets fouled.
Nobody has taken more shots between 25 and 29 feet in this league than Caitlyn.
But they're getting where they want to. They're getting to their spots and then able to distribute the basketball. That's a defensive problem. We were leading in the rebounding. All right, here comes Didi. How many fouls does Aaliyah have? I kind of like to see her on the floor with her. Aaliyah has one foul. Okay, that's good. All right, Caitlyn, they're going to be tight on her. KK runs the baseline. CC to KK. Oh, attack. Come on, KK. Come on. Yep, the more she plays. Let's go. Stay with her. Stay with her. Good D. Good D. Good hands. But she gets it back. Get there. Get there. Rebound. Good job, Caitlyn. Good job. Let's go. Play our game. Play our game. Give it up. Oh, Lexi. She had a 2-on-1 break. Lexi, what is that?
Honestly, that was the right play. Tips' athleticism at the rim. They put a little more loft on it.
Goodness gracious. You got to capitalize off those easy ones. It would have been a 10-point game. Now we're still 12 with an opportunity for them to make it a 14 or 15. Way to get there, Kels. Timmy with the screen. Nice touch pass there. Short. Rebound.
Three, right there.
There's no reason why Golden State still has that basketball. That was Indiana's ball to get off that shot.
See, this is what I think the Valkyries look. There's a post up on Kate Mark trying to
CC and KM. Giving them extra opportunities when you're right there and if you can get your hand. My softball coach used to say, if you can get your hand on the ball, you got to catch it. 12-point game. Let's go. They're ready. There's an intensity. Come on. Good, CC. That's why you jump. She said, I'm going all the way myself. Misses the layup. Jump. Perfect timing on the jump. Good hands. Hands up on defense. All right. We'll get it. We'll get it. Watch. I knew it was coming. Good defense. Got to recover. Beautiful. This could have been an 8-point game, by the way. This could have been an 8-point game. Rebound we should have had. Layup we should have had. We're still in this, though. We're still in it. Gets the roll. Yes, Just Jules, I'm with you. It's 12-22. Rebound. Good job. Let's go. We're okay, guys. We're okay. One possession at a time. There's no 13-point shot. Be ready, DD. Be ready. Lexi. Come on, KK. Good job. She's trying to catch her breath. Remember, she hasn't been playing. This is the third quarter. 5:16 to go in third quarter. 55 Golden State, 42 Indiana. Dantas, you've been balling out overseas. We need that 36 points right now. There you go. No, they're not. They're not, Julie. Yep. Ruth. Michael, you're talking what we've been saying. Come on. All right, Dantas with that bullet shot. No arc at all. We got time. Can we get to 11? Yes, we can. 11-point game. All right, goal. Get it to single digits. One possession at a time. There's Caitlyn Chen. Golden State really passed the ball well. Tiffany Hayes turned the corner. Kelsey, relax. We don't want you running it. Dantas for three. Misses. Timpson, go up. There you go, baby. Come on now. And then they put a little pressure themselves. It's a 9-point game. That's what you're trying to do. Single digits, one possession at a time. This is where Stephanie White. Good CC. Come on now. Demiris Bullet Dantas. This is where you don't want to make the home run play. Possession by possession by possession. Like they're doing right now. Although I'll take a few threes. They got Tosh been sitting out for a while. Gerald, not happy with the Fever, but don't tell me Clark can't play defense. Definitely. When the expectation is set for her, see, man, they're playing her hard. They're playing her hard, guys. And Brett, I was told she doesn't play defense. And those of you can credit that to Stephanie White too. Look at that. She forced it. Get out of here with that. Hold it up, Kels. No, I don't want you pulling the ball up the floor. Oh, they're gonna leave her. Oh, she bobbled it. from the elbow. Good hands, KK. Cookies. Cookies. Come on, Dantis. Give the assist to CC. Should I credit the coach? Should I credit the coach? Because if I don't credit the coach, then I can't blame the coach. Come on now, be consistent. Smoke is laughing. Credit the coach. Can I credit the coach? Some things I'm not crediting Stephanie White with that. I see a team that said we got to play possession by possession and turn up the intensity, right? I'm going to credit the team. Just like I'm going to call the team out when they throw horrible passes and don't play defense. I don't think she's ever gonna put any arc on that shot. She has no margin for error on her shot at all. It's an ugly looking thing, but when it falls, I'll take it. Let me see what April Holt says. It has to be difficult for them putting Caitlyn back in the game and also wearing at the same time that she might render herself. I didn't think her first game back was going to be great. It's been nothing but difficulty for this team. All the adjustments, all the ups and downs and stuff. It's been tough. Dantas has some swag. Can we call her the Bullet? Brian said, "You funny, go White." It's tough. Listen, I've been in the coach's spot. I understand how it goes, right? You're gonna get the criticism even when you don't get the praise. All right, Sophie, let's go. Good D, good. Offensive rebound. No. There you go. Sophie was right there. Let's go. Spacing.
Nice.
Notice KK's patience, recognizing where she was and stopped and let him fly by. That's a big move from the rookie and a big trust for Caitlyn to give her the ball. That's going to help KK's confidence when CC trusts her. Michelle said, I hollered dunk. I think KK can dunk it, right? Wait, patience. That's not trying to do the home run. That's being patient. Let's go. Let's go. 5-point game. We need stops. Fade away. No good. Offensive. Oh, Timpson had it. What happened? These Timpson jumps. Step out. That's a shot. 58-50, Golden State. 2:14 to go in this third quarter. CC picked up her dribble. Sophie in the corner to Dantas with the bullet. Off. KK right there, though. Attack. Short. We just need stops. Oh, help. She just pushed her. She got fouled twice. Yeah, that's worth getting a technical for. What is that? I don't understand. Look at that. And then again. Let me hear Debbie.
That's a 3-second rule in the WNBA. The reason why that rule is in there is to keep the lane open. Well, if you don't allow freedom of movement, then you kind of counteract the 3
Exactly.
rule. They should coexist, not be counter to each other.
She shouldn't have to get fouled twice to get one call. Sophie? And we need Sophie. Sophie gets those looks. Get on it. Get on it. She bobbled it. She bobbled it. She shouldn't have taken that. She bobbled it. Didn't have it.
That's like a shot of confidence. That means your teammate knows you can make that. I think she just fumbled the catch.
Ari said, nah, but a foul. She ain't wrong. Nope. Yeah, Debbie, she always is fair. 10-point game again. And they got to take Caitlyn out and give her a rest at the end of this third quarter. Buy her a little bit of time, especially all the bodying that she's taken. Not getting called, being bodied. You got to rest her. Oh, man, you got to smile. What else you going to do? Refs are one-sided as usual. It's frustrating when we're all watching it. We're looking at it. Less than a minute in the third quarter. 11-point game. Ari has the ball. Gets it to Kelsey. She's out of control today. Goodness. Sophie attacks the basket. Gets it to KK. KK says, I'm putting it up. She should have used the backboard on that one. Oh, my goodness. Debbie says a backboard. She was at the angle to use it, and it cost you. And Lexi's sitting out. Man, these rotations, we're going to have to figure this out.
55-50.
She gets guarded like a football player, yeah. That's what we say, a game of runs. Valkyrie said, okay, they have a run. Less than a second differential. So we want the last shot here. Aaliyah sets the screen for Kelsey. Kelsey sets the screen for Ari. Kelsey gets the ball back, goes to the basket, and gets fouled. The players, Kara. The players. Subbed out the rotation that brought us within 5 points. Who is that? The person who's just come back from an injury and getting banged up, and you're trying to buy her time. So this is what a coach will do. A coach will take the player. She missed the free throw. That's not Stephanie's problem either. This is the point. A coach will take them out toward the end of a quarter to buy them extra time to get a little bit more of a breath at the end of the quarter and then into the next quarter. So remember, she's coming back from injury too. I know we want to ride her like a horse, but she's a human being coming back from an injury. Rotation is the coaches to coach. It is the players to execute. Put in Colson if Mitchell not making them. Mitchell's having a tough game.
I feel like there's too many different combinations. They don't get a chance to gel. Can they not do that?
It wasn't just CC, it was Dantas and Holt too. It wouldn't hurt for Mitchell to sit out, let Ari run with CC. But then when those two were running, people were saying that they shouldn't have those two in there. Ed, that's going to get you in trouble. That's going to get you in trouble. Not allowed. I don't like fair weather people in the chat. Someone's always going to complain about personnel. And you notice how it goes, right? Like, it's a game of runs. So you get people like, oh, yeah, the team is doing it. They're turning around. Oh, man, they suck. Oh, look, the team is making a run. Oh, man, the coach fired the coach. Oh, man, the team. You know, we got a fourth quarter. Turn around. Charlie says Caitlyn has the worst whistle in the history of the league. She gets pushed, shoved, and grabbed, and no call. It's so true. I wish you were wrong, but you're not. I watched the draft video this morning. Great job, Nancy, April, and Adrienne. Thank you, Forever Nikki. It was fun with them picking that. And then the real draft was fun, too. Yep, fourth quarter. Ruth says, oh, ye have little faith, Ed. Oh, ye have little faith. Danny says, I like our coaches. They have a tough job with all disruption this season. It's a tough job anyway. And then this team has been through it, what they've been through. I mean, she's trying to figure out the rotations on in real time, right? In real time with a team that's been out. And you don't have Sydney in now, and then you got Adrienne, and now Damaris is back, and Caitlyn is back, but you can't play her too much. You got to restrict her minutes. Then when they bang her around, you got to think, I got to make sure I save her long term, so I got to pull her out because I got to put her safety first. And there's so much. If this was the men's game, I would say that's why they make the big bucks, but they don't. So I can't say that. Christy King. To me, all the different combos make it harder to chill. I don't know. I don't know with the gelling when people are out and in. It's hard. You're trying to figure it out. Well, I'm going to call you fair weather if you use the term the team sucks. I'm going to say that. So, but yeah, I'm not pretending that they're playing extremely well. I'm not going to even pretend you're that. I'm just not going to say they sucked. Okay, Doug, thank you for that 10. When I saw the starters without Lexi, I knew we were doomed. Why start CC and Ari when they have never played together? And I said that before the game started. It's interesting. It's interesting. I mean, Caitlyn talked about that other night. Looks like she was looking forward to it, but Fag Bentley out. Thank you, Doug. Yeah, I honestly was surprised that Lexi did not start the game. I think she was looking for the ability to run and be able to play Caitlyn off the ball some with her coming back because Ari can handle the ball so well and push the pace. And Lexi can come off the bench. I don't know if I would have done that. I probably wouldn't have done that, honestly. Ah, 51-66, running out of time. Less than 9 minutes to go. 8:59. Now they put Tosh back in. Woo, missed the first one. Coaches might be treating this as an experimental game. Listen, they better not be. Okay, so Mitchell is out. We got Lexi in. Beautiful afro never misses words. Gerald, did you not see my video last night about this? Caitlyn Clark herself talking about it. I did a video last night about this. She's not been playing totally off the ball, but she's explained why, and Caitlyn has explained why. Look how they collapse on AB. Nice. Can't make shots though. They're getting looks. Even when they're, as much as they're playing them tough, step out, they're getting looks, they're not making shots. Late. And AB got that rebound because it came right to her hand. So they got Caitlyn some rest. Whew, they caught a break. They are trying to figure out who gels together. Aaliyah complaining. And they are. And so somebody who said Caitlyn's got the fire snuffed out of her, you should see her on the sideline right now. She's still fighting. Yeah, because it was White who missed the layup. She's not even getting the touches, LA. And then when she does, she's just missing today. AB never really jumps, Julie. Yeah, her spirit is not broken. It's not broken. AB does have a nice little touch. Even when she doesn't use the backboard, she's got a nice little touch. It just, and the situation, when it works, it works. When it doesn't, we're like, use the backboard, right? Dennis, you know why they're playing slower? In the beginning of the game when they were getting stopped. I try to explain this over and over again, and I don't know any more words to explain it. If you're not getting stops, you're not going to be able to run. This is why everything starts with defense. I know we want to see them run all the time, but you got to get a stop to do that for the most part, right? We did see one play when they caught it out of the rim and they were able to push the ball off the floor. But for the most part, if your defense is horrible, you're not going to be able to play to your strength. That's why you got to play good defense. Last year and this year, it's a worlds apart. There's no way you're going to pay me any money to want to go back to last year. Absolutely not. All right. Did they have Caitlyn out for all these games? Did they have Sophie out for games? Did they even have Sophie? Right? Did they have to have somebody come in on a health contract, leave, come back? Did they have a person they brought in like Dewana Bonner, who was supposed to really help this team with her veteranship, decide I'm not showing up to work anymore, and then go play for another team? Did they have that last year? You cannot compare the two at all. And you're unfair if you're judging this coaching staff when you understand everything that the team has gone through, and now they're trying to work it out. So don't talk to me about last year. Because Stephanie White she's dealing with the cards she's been dealt. And Christy Sides wouldn't know what to do either. CeCe misses that. Good big rebound from Lexi. Sophie cleared some space, got it to Taj. 6 on the shot clock, kicked out. Aaliyah shooting for 3, bricks it. You're welcome, Napoli. Thank you. There we go, baby. There we go. Now they're up. Look at it. Now they're in denial. All right. You don't have to be an expert to enjoy it, but there are just some things that are just the case. You don't have to be an expert. That's not what I'm saying, but you have to understand some of the basics or you're not gonna get it. That's my point. I don't think she should have been allowed either, Michelle. All right, let's go. There's lots of time left in the game. Let's go. These day games, I don't like them either. So wait a minute. So Lean says Aries should not start. And so that's going to be interesting too. Like, what are they going to do next time, right? Do they say, well, it's going to take a game to make it work, or do they just switch it again? That's the thing. Nah. Offensive? They gave that foul to Sophie? You're welcome, Bobby. I try to keep it positive, and when it gets real negative, that's why people didn't understand why I said I was only going to have my games with the members of the channel, and people got bent out of shape. I'm going to repeat what I said before because the whole negativity stuff it gets annoying, honestly. Wow. That's not that. See what I'm saying? That's a player's problem. That's a player's problem. You guys want to point the finger everywhere else. How you give up 3 rebounds right there? Here's what I'm saying. Go up. Ruins the vibe. That's what I mean, though. The rebounds. They've got to get these kinds of rebounds. Here comes KK. Tosh is out. I'm going to repeat, M. Louise, you can't play fast if you don't play defense. How else can I say it for you? They were playing fast in the beginning of the game. Were you watching? They were playing fast in the beginning of the game when they were playing defense. You got to understand how the game works. There's a science to the game. Nice ball movement, but they can't make a shot. And they're getting looks. Good D right there. Look at that. Look how they're moving the ball. And she's wide open, and CeCe did not run at her. Caitlyn Clark did not run out to pick her up. It's a 20-point game. And now everybody's trying to make the home run play. Good step through from Lexi. Yes, you're right, Letty. It is. You got to generate offense. There you go. Come on, let's go. Keep fighting. What was that? That was sloppy. What is Lexi doing?
That was actually Sophie.
Or Sophie. That's what I meant. What's Sophie doing? They've been, Aline. These two teams have the same record right now. As everybody try to do 3-pointers. And there's no such thing as an, 18, 20-point shot. Manny is right. White schemes are giving them all good looks. It's up to the player. They're getting looks. So people are saying the offense isn't working. I'm seeing a bunch of players who are getting looks and missing shots. And if you're seeing something different, then you got to tell me. Because I've seen lots of opportunities to score and players missing shots on one end and giving up shots and not rebounding the basketball on the other end. And you got to give Golden State credit, of course. They're a tough team, but you got to make shots. Sophie was trying to be a ballerina while playing basketball. She didn't want anything to do with the ball. She just threw it to KK. Like, here you go.
I think she thought that she was more open. That's what it looked like.
And it's just sloppy play. I see looks, but nothing as open as Valkyrie. Well, and we're giving them multiple opportunities. I'm seeing looks that they should be scoring. Her defense scheme is not working. James, who's got to execute? Who's got to execute? Caitlyn Clark. I just sat here and watched Caitlyn Clark stand there while somebody took a three and she did not run to close out. Whose responsibility is that? Whose responsibility is it to rotate over? Whose responsibility is it to get the defensive rebound? I'm just saying. Douglas Timpson is another big that refuses to use the glass. It's an epidemic on this team. Even Antonelli mentioned that. Now, there are positioning where it is better to not use the glass, but we've seen some instances tonight where they should have used the glass and did not. Gerald says players are getting looks, but they're uncomfortable. They're off balance. They're not coaching defense. That's a joke. Everybody was complaining that Stephanie White's focus was too much on defense. And now when the team isn't playing defense, they're not coaching defense. Can we get the story straight, y'all? Just looking for excuses. I blame these players. They're professional players. Play the game. Simple. Stop listening to all those voices out there telling you the same thing over and over again that you guys are just repeating. Come on now. Mama Nita.
Oh my goodness. Mr. Layup.
Lexi Hall missed the layup. Oh my goodness. Fire the coach. Lexi Hall missed the layup. They're just looking terrible today. That's all. And a foul called on Ari again. 73-55. Brandon said, tell it like it is. We got to tell it like it is. We score 55 points. People are missing shots, period. Yes, indeed. The way they treated Christy wasn't up for it, BC. Christy needed to go. Like, honestly, I don't think they treated her bad. They spoke well of her, and she was in over her head. Like, she really wasn't ready for this. So I have to disagree. Kara disagrees too. I don't think that they Aaliyah Boston, wide open from the elbow. Wide open from the right elbow, misses the shot. They're just missing shots. Brian says, do I think Timpson is making a case? I like what I see. I think the more she gets to play, Howard's been doing really well too. I mean, I'm not saying that, but sometimes it's just not your night. And so you need to sit down, Another shot for Lexi. Miss. They're just missing shots. Debbie just said, wide open look. They're missing shots. They're getting them. They're missing them. It happens. It's sad when it happens for everybody on the same day.
Sometimes it's guarding the ball and not worrying about guarding the action.
And another foul. Well, the morning game probably isn't helping either, for sure. Well, they all have to take responsibility, Sueda. They all have to take responsibility and make adjustments. But I can't blame this one on the coach. Not for what I'm seeing. Not for what I'm seeing. I think people scapegoat the coach. Yeah, Letty said at this point, it's just an off day. Time to recoup, practice, and come back on Friday. And the Valkyries just gave us a lesson on how to sustain a run. They didn't get frazzled when Indiana went on that run. They just came down and answered. Look at that shot. Look at that shot. At this point, they don't even need to guard us. Ari just bricked it. Rebound, Sophie. She's going to push the ball. Kayla's running the floor. Kelsey. They trap. BC says sometimes you have to fire the players. This honestly, guys, this team has been through a lot. They've been through a lot. Side needs to go to college. She wasn't horrible, and they did not badmouth her. She just needs to get more experience under her belt. And that's what I said. Like, I never believed that she was purposely trying to do wrong by the team and all that. I just felt like she was in over her head. And she was. And I do wish her well.
It's a lot of reacclimating and acclimating for a team that plays two very different styles with and without her.
Well, Cece's not pissed at anybody else. Cece's got to look at herself too. Kate Martin. Kate Martin missed the layup, but she had every opportunity. Here comes Ari. Kelsey. That's off. Shot in transition. So see, this is what I'm saying. You notice how they pushed the pace? They got a stop on the end. Their defense gave them a stop. They pushed the pace. They got the shot. But you hear Kelsey, she's shaking her head. She knows. She just didn't have it today. Michaela, nice move. Nice move, KK. All right, Forever Nikki. Have a good one. Yeah, West Howard, she just got back. I mean, hey, their excuse is that now they're adjusting to different lineups. Good hands, KK. I think CC got Thornton on the last one. She was the last one left, I think. Kalia Copper's little twin. Up and under. That was my move. And Colson. See, Colson gets in. She's been playing a lot more minutes. Sophie kicks out. Ari gets to Michaela. Michaela gets it in. – 46 seconds to go. And offensive rebound. And offensive rebound. They're playing them like playground. Look at that. Look at that. Look at this, what I'm watching right here. Did you guys just see that?
Unbelievable.
They should be ashamed of themselves. They should be ashamed. Somebody said, yeah. Yikes is right. They should be ashamed. Sorry. I'm not worried about the headlines out there. So some people are, your focus is on the haters out there and what they're gonna say. And so you want them to win because you're worried about what they're gonna say about Caitlyn. They're never gonna give Caitlyn credit for anything. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they say. It's about this team playing well. And what they looked like right there was horrible. And then you get the same people in the comments. All they got to say is about White. They got nothing to say about what this team just looked like, giving up 4 offensive rebounds right there, missing wide open shots, missing layups. I'm telling you right now, this is something that you need to be pointing to this team, these players right here. Yeah, CEWF says, get off social media. Exactly. The effort was not working. No effort, embarrassing. And nothing, and I'm telling you, I can't blame. Now, I do question whether Lexi should come off the bench, but I can see you can trust Lexi with that because she shows her flexibility. Other than that, nah. Your shooting was bad. Your rebounding down the stretch was bad. I got to point to the players. I know you guys, when you don't have an answer, it's so easy to point to the coach. Can't do it. My towel's right. It's right here on my lap. Freedom says, this was the worst game I've ever seen this team play. I think I agree. Mm-hmm. It was horrendous. Yeah. Dennis says, Fever beat the Liberty with defense. They know how to play defense. They should not have to be told. Thank you. They should not have to be told to play defense. They know to play defense. They're working on defense. Part of the things people were complaining about was that they were going to focus too much on defense. No. These are professional basketball players. You got to be able to play defense, and you got to be able to knock down shots. And if you're not playing defense and you're not knocking down shots, you can't win basketball games. It's just that simple. But I'm going to say again, they're starting they're trying to figure out rotations. Caitlyn's back, Aries there, Sid's sitting on the bench, Alexi's coming off the bench, KK's coming in, DD's coming back. Tell me a team that's gone through what this team has gone through. Be that as it may, you have to knock down shots and you have to show effort. And I've not seen the effort today that I wanted to see. No heart, bad execution, and no hustle. And when they went on the little run they went on and Golden State didn't fold, Indiana said, okay, then we'll fold. And that's what it looked like. I didn't play at CCU. And by the way, in case you guys didn't know, some people get me confused. There was an Adrienne Ross, Adrienne, who played in the WNBA. That's not me. Some people think it's me. Freedom says the Valkyries are not that good. It was bad display. Charlie, Adrienne, with all due respect, why is it okay to attack the players, but any hint of criticism of White immediately shut down? I don't attack the players. That's the difference. I don't attack anybody. I call it as I see it. And I'm going to address a bad call on the coach. I'm not going to go along with faulty thinking. I'm going to say what I think. So I don't mind your question at all. So don't misunderstand my volume with minding your question. I don't mind your question. But the point is, I cannot blame the coach when you're getting open shots. Your offense is getting you open shots and you're missing shots. When you don't go for rebounds and the team out hustles you, I cannot blame. You are professional basketball players. You have championships among you. That's not the coach's fault if you're missing layups and you don't show intensity to go after the basketball. It's that simple. Nobody has to tell Angel Reese every game, make sure you rebound. Angel Reese goes for the rebound because she gives that kind of effort in that regard. So I'm not going to blame anybody else for with a team. If you're going to criticize White for what we saw, that's why I'm going to shut it down, quote unquote, shut it down. I'm not shutting it down. I'm saying I think it's wrong. And I think that's the narrative out there. This was about effort. Now, what I did say was, I don't know if I would have brought Lexi off the bench, but I understand the reasoning. And so did Caitlyn, because she talked about that. She said she didn't play with her before, but the two of them together, I get the reasoning for it. And you tried it. Does it mean it didn't work because the first game out, it didn't work? That's what a coach has to think about, and then they got to plan accordingly. But they didn't play well. It's that simple. They didn't play well. So I guess I could turn that question around and say, why is it that people constantly keep talking about the coach when you just watch the same game I'm watching? That's what I want to know. So I appreciate the question, but I got to turn it around. You just watched the same game I'm watching. Are you satisfied with the effort from the team? And I'm not attacking. This is you don't catch me attacking. You catch me calling the game. You don't ever catch me attacking. What you catch me doing is telling people to stop being so negative. I'm not attacking this team. I'm not like, oh, I love the Fever. Oh, I hate the Fever. Oh, I love the Fever. Oh, they suck. You don't get that from me. You can find that somewhere else out there, I'm sure, but that's not what you get here on the Adrienne Ross show. Now, if you miss a layup, I'm going to say, oh my goodness, you missed the layup, because I'm responding to the game. But I'm not attacking this team. And I'm also saying that this team has been through ups and downs like no other team. Once again, Caitlyn Clark out twice with injuries. Sydney was out. Sophie was out. DB came and pretended she was all in, and then she decided to stay home for however long, and then she disappeared, and I guess we'll be playing tonight for Phoenix. Now you got to bring Ari in, send Ari home. You all this stuff. There's a whole lot going on. So while I'm going to call it like I see it, I also have to realize that there's been a whole lot going on. You still have to play basketball. So I can't give them an out. But it is what it is. They made a run, and Valkyrie said, so what? It's a game of runs. Gerald says, I can't name a single player on the Valkyries, but I love the way they play. Yeah, they play that up tempo. They're not playing like an expansion team. They're not coming out there scared. So Freedom said bad shot selection, no defense, too many turnovers, lazy coverages, all of them were bad. Yep. CEWF said holding players accountable. And ultimately you have to hold players accountable. And I guarantee you, I saw Kelsey when she walked off, and she just kind of shook her head because she knew she didn't have it today. She's not going to go in the locker room and say it's the coach's fault. She's going to do what professional basketball players do. And she's going to say, I stunk today. Because it's just true. Yep. There are no bad teams, only bad leaders. That's funny. Freedom says he's attacking the players, all of them. Well, you're not really attacking them, Freedom. You're calling them out. I think there's a difference. There's a difference. And who is the leader of this team? And he's not talking about the coach. Sharon, again, I don't want to hear the coach is the problem narrative. This was no effort. They didn't start out slow, real. They started out pretty fast, but then when the defense collapsed, hey. Ash says, Adrienne, agree with you. This was the players today. There was no hustle. It's almost like when they get punched, trying to recover from the punch, like take the punch and go with it. And then they just look out of sorts, like the spacing. It was just throwing the ball away, trying to make the home run pass. Like you with Caitlyn, not everybody can make those passes. And I'm not trying to ride Kelsey too hard. I mean, but it wasn't her day. Ruth said this loss was totally on the players. Terry says they need a motivational speaker to come in on these girls. Oh, man. Well, for sure. they're taking it easy for All-Star prep, but it doesn't make it right. I don't even know if they were trying to take it easy. I don't even know. Like, AD, this is not a white issue. Going to take a while to find their footing with CC back in the mix. Yep. I told you guys when they were playing, they were balling out, and they'll ball out again. But I said to you, now it's that, oh, this is great. But when she comes back, it's going to be more. Now you got to adjust. It's been adjustment after adjustment after adjustment. Who is the leader on the Fever? Who's the leader? I don't know. And that's the sad thing. That's the sad part, right? It should be. It sounded like they were calling it DeWanna Bonner at one point. That's what it sounded like. I'm not going to act like the season is over. Like the season's not over. And I still think this team is going to turn it around. But they have constant adjustments to make. You know? They know what they need to do. They weren't getting it done today. It'll be interesting what they say in the postgame. Anyway. Well, the same, how do they let the Valkyries do it? Same way they let the Sparks do it again. The teams that you think you should beat can often become the team that you don't. I see them communicate a lot, Hawkeye, so I don't know. Brian says boxing out should not have to be something told to do. Yes, they have been through a lot. These are professional players, and they're expected to perform with maximum effort. True. And that was the thing. Remember when we played the Aces? Becky Hammond came to the post game, and she said this was the worst game I've ever seen. And a lot of people felt like she threw her team under the bus. And one of the things I said was, thank you, Ed. Appreciate that. I'm not agreeing with you about Dockage per se, but I appreciate that you love the channel. But one of the things Becky Hammond said was she called out her team on their effort. And a lot of people said, man, she threw her team under the bus. And I had a different perspective on that, because if your team just shoots bad sometimes, that's one thing. But when you as a coach feel like your team isn't giving you effort, there's no excuse for that. No excuse. And this has always been my philosophy. My philosophy is that you're going to have bad shooting nights. There are going to be nights when your shot just doesn't fall. But there should never be a time when you don't box out, where you don't rebound, where you don't play defense. That's not, like, you don't get bad rebounding nights. Like, for real. You don't get bad box out nights. You get bad shooting nights, but you make up for it on the defensive end. So there's never any excuse to stand there while somebody just shoots. Now, I understand Caitlyn is coming back. She's winded. She's trying to get her feet underneath her, for example. So you got to keep that in mind. But overall, collectively, as a team, no excuse for poor effort. Like, where's your pride? They just made you look like playground players at the end right there. Like a JV team where they get 4 rebounds off of you. So, Daz, the wake up thing, watch your tone, okay? I don't know what Caitlyn needs a trade or not. I'm not a quitter. So I can see a game for what it is and not feel like a player who herself is struggling just needs a trade. Okay? But then again, I'm kind of in the commitment kind of, I'm a kind of that commitment kind of person. So you wake up. Okay? All right. Glad we have an understanding. So Harley says there was a breakdown in team motivation, and that's on the coach. The bad shooting is on the players. I don't know. A coach is supposed to motivate. I have a hard time believing that Stephanie White's just sitting on the sideline with her legs crossed, and none of the coaches are motivating them. At some point, you motivate yourself. You're professional basketball players. So No, Sharon, I don't think they thought that. I don't think anybody thinks that way other than the fans. I don't think the players go around and say, Caitlin Clark wears a cape and she's doing everything for us. I think it's the fans. So, you guys talking about Dockage. Today was players not executing. I will criticize every player on this team, especially CC. Well, they deserve it today. Even in the midst of the stuff. I'm not covering for anybody. Why would I cover? Who am I scared of? I say what I believe. I'm not covering for anybody. Tell me, Tommy, why? Tell me, Tommy, how many layups how many layups did you see missed from Stephanie White? How many layups did you see? How many open shots did she miss? How many times did she not go out after people? You're saying this to coach because you don't know what else to say. Plain and simple. I don't know what else to say, but all the other voices out there tell me that I'm supposed to blame it on Stephanie, so let me repeat it. Come on. Get out of here with that. The way she pulls players in and out, well, she's probably trying to figure out what works. If she kept them in too long, they would say, why didn't she take so-and-so out? So many people in and out of the lineup. Bonner quitting, major injuries. Where do you all think the chemistry comes from if they can't play together? Pope, you're right on. You're right on. And it was a 9 a.m. game for the Valkyries. That's true. Their body clock was, you'd think they would have been sleepier, but they play free. So I don't think the coaching staff has diminished her. I mean, she's not even playing. She's not even playing. And she wasn't off the ball the whole time. Did you watch when she was on the ball, how they were riding her, poking her, grabbing her, and she wasn't getting a call? What she said, as I pointed out in my video, like 4 o'clock this morning, is that she needs to be off the ball some because she's got to breathe, man. They're riding her 94 feet. Even she is saying, I need to be off the ball some. Not a lot. She don't want that a lot, but she's got to be able to have it some, especially first game back. For sure. Anyway. Freedom says Kelsey still turns it over. Caitlyn turns it over. Kelsey takes bad shots. AB was not tough. Lexi can't hit. And if she fell off, she fell off a camel. Where was Sophie today? Yeah, I think she touched the ball. Good, Bruce. And I think she got fouled a lot too. I think she started out complaining and got negative early on. But Adrienne is just passionate. I have become anti-Caitlyn for the fever this season. Well, I mean, you're entitled to that. I'd like to see, I'm glad to see Timpson playing more. She did make some bad decisions. But I'm glad that she's finding herself becoming more comfortable taking chances, you know. So yeah, she's going to get better the more she plays. Thank you. Glad you do. Oh man, the only one who impressed me today was Dantas. Freedom said defense was lazy. Yeah, I think I think we got to go back and watch the game because I did not like AB she did not put up a lot of shots, but I also noticed that they took the ball out of her. They surrounded Aaliyah Boston. And so I don't think these teams are not going to let you do whatever you want to do. These teams have been watching the same games we've been watching. They've been scouting players just like we have. Sometimes they take things away, and it opens up opportunities for other people. They were kicking the ball back out, which is smart. You can't force it, right? You can't force it. So you kick balls out. If they got 2 people on Leah Boston, 3 people on Caitlyn or Leah, somebody else is open. That's why you got to knock down shots. And one of the things that Debbie Antonelli said earlier in the game is that Sophie Cunningham, for example, and I love Sophie, but she pointed out Sophie Cunningham gets a lot of open looks from the corner. And until you knock them down, they're not going to get off of crowding another player. You have to make them respect your shot. And if you're not going to knock down shots, if it ain't broke, I ain't going to fix it. We got plenty of open looks, but if you're not going to knock down shots, then the defense is going to do what the defense wants to do. And I saw them trying to kick it out. Sometimes the passes were horrible, but I saw them trying to kick the passes out, and they were missing shots. And until you make a few, it's like being in a zone, right? I know they don't play a zone much in professional, but it's like playing in a zone. They play a zone to force you to shoot the outside shot. If you knock down a few of those shots, what do? They're going to come out of the zone, right? If you're not knocking down shots, they're going to stay in the zone. And the Fever did not knock down shots. Plain and simple. Yep. Smoke says teams that have had more consistency have had a chance to gain more chemistry. Yep. And this is true too. Like some people, is it not Moon? Not the ball as much right now due to the injury. She's not fully recovered yet. And that's another thing too. Like we're used to seeing her. How many minutes did she play? Like we're used to seeing her play. She played 12 minutes in the first half. I knew that. And then at one point toward the end of the third quarter, they had her out. And it's like, oh man, why is she out? Because they made that clear from the beginning. And even Caitlyn said, I don't really like the minutes restriction, but she said, I gotta look big long term. It's her first time back, so 80-61. And I honestly think they played her even more than they were going to play her when they started to have that comeback. I mean, she played 25 minutes. She had 10 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, 1 steal. For anybody else, it's kind of respectable, right? But she went 4 for 12, 2 for 5 from 3. But again, 5 rebounds. I was impressed with some of the defense we saw from her today. For the people who pretend she doesn't play defense at all. But Kelsey Mitchell had 12 points. I mean, negative 16 with Kelsey. Aaliyah Boston only took 8 shots. That can't happen. But again, she was kicking the ball out. She had 6 rebounds. She had 2 assists. She had 2 steals. Negative 25, 6 points. Tosh only played 16 minutes. They're going to have to figure out what rotations work. And I know we don't like the experimentation, but what else do? You have to experiment. You got to try to find what fits. And for a team that's not had that opportunity to play together, it's hard to find the fit. KK came up with 10 points in 20 minutes. She went 5 for 9. She had 7 rebounds, 3 steals, 2 blocks. KK had a good night, even though she did make some bad decisions. And now you got Sydney Colson, who's been doing good minutes. She played 1 minute in this game. So there's that, right? How do we fit all of them? How do we fit them in? Sophie only took 3 shots. 3 points. Lexi, 5 points. She was 2 of 7. So she had looks. She had 4 free throws she put up. She had looks. But Lexi gave us 9 rebounds. 1 assist, 1 steal. But let me tell you, this second quarter, 9 points in the second quarter, 10 points in the fourth quarter. Unbelievable. Yep. Sharon got it down to 5, then let them come back and do it again. Yep. And you got to credit the Valkyries too, right? They did not quit. They understand it's a game of runs. So ugly. Yeah. Sandra said, Adrienne, lets you know a little about the game. Some people don't get it. The players need to mesh together, but there's absolutely zero reason for not playing defense. That's exactly right. Zero reason. Like I said, sometimes your shot's not going to fall, but if you don't have defensive intensity and you don't take it at some point, it becomes a matter of pride. And I'm going to keep saying about Angel Reese, because no matter what we say, and we try to cook Angel about the layups, and she deserves to be cooked when she's missing layups. But the thing about it is rebounding is heart, and it's having a nose for the ball, right? There are people who make a living off rebounding, right? Angel Reese, she has a nose for the basketball, and I can tell it's a matter of pride for her to get the rebound. It's a matter of pride for her. Every player needs to have that same mindset that it may not bounce my way, but I'm going to do my part. And I heard Angel say something the other day, which was so true. She talked about, she had like 15 rebounds in that game. And yes, they missed the rebound that caused them to lose the game. I guess against the Lynx. I think it was the Lynx. But one thing she said was this. She said, you got to box out and stop trying to out jump people. See, a lot of people don't understand why short people, you could be the shortest in the bunch in many situations and still rebound the basketball, because it's less about height and it's less about jumping and it's more about grit, getting into position, reverse pivoting, and boxing out, and then going to get the rebound. I saw some rebounding from the Fever where it happened to just fall into our hands. Not saying every play and not saying every person, but you got to have that kind of effort. And we saw on the end, it got embarrassing. Well, Freedom, I give her grace because she is just getting back. And who knows if she's nervous about the groin injury? I don't know. But I get what you're saying. She's supposed to be the best player. But I think at some point when your best player comes back, other players have to protect that best player by making sure they bring their A game as well. So I can't blame her. David said Adrienne is great fun commentator. She's not drama clickbait. She calls them as she sees them, good or bad. Fever got out hustled, and that's the players. Yep. Yeah. Yes. Ray from New Zealand should have stayed asleep. I think watching them help. It makes us cringe, but it helps us get a read. Oh, well, we good. Lesson learned. Still figuring things out, Kelly Marie said. The coach is the lead. Well, the point guard is supposed to be the leader on the floor. Coach can't get out there and make your open shots for you. The coach's job is to make sure you get open shots the best as possible. And the Fever had open shots. Go back and watch if you got League Pass and tell me that this team did not have open shots that they missed. So, Yep, they were discombobulated, Donna. True. They look antsy. But it's a game. It's not the last 7. It's not game 7 of the finals. Caitlyn needs to be running the show. Give her time to get her footing. Yes, indeed, Sheila, I agree. She's just getting back. Yeah. And Ari didn't play well today. So, Pope, I played a bunch of different sports as a player, and the coaches told us what to do. If me and my teammates don't go out there and do what was practiced and coach, not the coach's fault. Yep. And I've been on both sides. Player, coach. I mean, yeah, and you know what, Kelly? You know they are. That's what I'm saying. Like, Fever fans, I think a lot of the pressure that Fever fans feel and some of the negativity out there is because everybody knows that they're going to be talking junk. That's why I stay off the cesspool for the most part. I gave a little quick glance the other day. I try to stay out of there because the narrative, I already said, if they win, when she first got injured, the other injury, the quad, if they win without her, oh, they don't need her. If they lose, oh, what happened to the super team? You guys went out, you got all these people. Blah, blah. So, I mean, the bottom line is that the Fever is living rent-free in people's heads. And so if you get your cue from all the talk out there, man, you're going to be all over the place. Huh. DJ said T was cursed today by Reeves. Reeves said, "You trade me?" Yeah, Sharon, give Clark a bit of grace. She had been on the bench more than she has played. How do you think after she sat out 5 games? It's true. So lots of comments here. I'm way behind, but this was only the 3rd game with our full roster. Exactly, Blake. I think we missed that. I think some people, their focus is so much on Caitlyn that Caitlyn is like, people are talking about Caitlyn wanting to be traded and all that. Caitlyn understands the game. You know, she understands. I mean, she ain't happy. I mean, we know that. She ain't happy with losing. That's for sure. And she's not happy when she's out and watching them lose, but she's always encouraging them, always doing that. It's been extremely hard, I'm sure, to sit out. But she understands that we have not had, they're not going to make excuses, right? They're not going to go and make excuses. When Caitlyn was sick, remember the game, you could tell Caitlyn was sick. She went to the post game. She never said a word about it. She was coughing in her elbow. She didn't make excuses. But that's for us to look at the whole picture and talk about. But the bottom line is that, honestly speaking, you've not had the full roster. And you got 2 people who've never played together as well. So anyway, Ash said, breakdown of the game. Careless with the ball, mediocre defense, forced immature shots, lack of effort, lack of chemistry. I think you are right. So anyway, the coach always get blamed and shouldn't. That's because everybody else is like, we don't know what to say. So let me talk about coach. My philosophy, which if I remember, I learned from Pat Summitt. I think it's Pat Summitt. I heard say this. I heard this somewhere, but I listened to a lot of Pat Summitt. But my philosophy as a coach was this. Not that it's accurate, but that was the way I tried to approach it. If my players win, I give them credit. If my team loses, I take responsibility, right? Not that that's always accurate, but I want to send a message to my team that we all have to do better, right? And so I'm sure Stephanie White, I heard her say the other day, this part falls on me, et cetera. But overall, and that's gracious to say, and they're all in it together. But the bottom line is that players have to execute. And I saw players who didn't execute, and I saw players who missed shots. I saw a lack of effort, especially down the stretch as well. I saw a team that looked like a team with like a deer in headlights. They were scrambling. They just looked bad. Lisa G, it's the first game back. Come on. I guess we kind of wanted Caitlyn to come back like she came back against New York. But that was otherworldly. Like, I didn't expect her to come back against New York in the way that she did, because that's not a typical comeback. And so we got from her what she was able to give us today. And that was 10 points on 4 of 12 shooting, 2 of 5 from 3, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, still really good. And, and a steal as well. Turned the ball over 4 times. Kelsey Mitchell turned the ball over 3 times. It is what it is. Oh, let me look at the Golden State Valkyries. Kayla Thornton had 18. Veronica Burton had 21. And then everybody else, a little bit here, a little bit there. But those 2 really cooked this team. Every single player for the Valkyries who played scored. Every single one. And for Indiana, same thing for Indiana. But our leading scorer had 12 points. So, yeah. Interesting. All right. Well, everybody, what's next? Pope, I got to put this up because I'm going to explain this. So Pope said, can we go members only next game live? And I got to tell you that part of that is because we want to enjoy the game, and people will be crashing out over stuff. And And I get it. I get it for sure. I already said I'm not wired for the negativity. And I'm not saying I'll never do another members only live or members only chat. You might mix it up a little bit, but we got a lot of people who are not members of the channel who are rock solid and love this team and keeping it positive. And so yeah, it's a mix for sure. Kelly said these people are only CC fans when they win. When they lose, then they claim her. That's a bipolar syndrome. Yo, for sure, right? It would have been so true, Joseph. I think the game would have been different if the shots from Kelsey and Ari were dropping. It would have been different because it would have something about seeing the ball go in the basket. Not that there's an excuse. There's no excuse for not playing defense, but there's something about putting the ball in the basket that also makes your defense step up even more. Should already be up there even more. That's why a lot of times, even though they're not like full court pressing, as soon as the shot goes in, everybody runs up. Everybody picks up somebody real quick. So it has a way of doing that as well. Defense to offense, offense to defense. It all works together. You got to put together 4 quarters of a complete game. So that's good. That's good. Napoli Bear Kiss said, honestly, with all due respect to fans and some content creators, if you're a true basketball and fever fan, you would not only criticize the players and coaches, but support them. I agree. I agree. So yeah, I'm just kind of looking through some comments. Even Lexi and Sophie didn't have shots that dropped. Freedom said, anyone else here want to tell me I know nothing about basketball? Ruth says, Joseph, we all want them to win every time, but I'm a realist. It's okay to be disappointed, just never be disheartened. Tomorrow's another day, go Fever. Yeah, it is okay to be. I mean, like, if you're not disappointed, I mean, we're all gonna be disappointed, right? If you're not disappointed, then I gotta like check your pulse, you know. So for sure, you're gonna be disappointed. But the whole they suck stuff and all that. Sometimes, have you ever? I think I said this before. I don't know if you ever saw the movie Groundhog Day. But I remember the movie Groundhog Day, after he kept living the same day, Bill Murray's character living the same day over and over and over again. And then he kept trying to, this man kept dying. Like the man died. And then he finally, after he was living over, he started trying to do things differently, try to keep some bad things from happening. And so he brought the guy in who was dead. And then they were trying to pump him in the chest and try to wake him up and stuff. And then the nurse, and he was just fighting so hard for the man to live. And then the nurse said, sometimes people just die. And he goes, not today, they don't. You know, because he was living the same day over. But the point is, sometimes teams just lose. You know, it's not about throwing everybody out the window, throwing the coaching staff out the window. The whole Caitlyn needs to be traded. Everybody is just a horrible. I mean, they might have been horrible on that day, but everybody is just garbage and trash, and the coach has to go, and there's a conspiracy, and she's setting them up. Like, sometimes people just lose. It happens. Sometimes you got an injured player who just came back. Sometimes people act like they just got out of bed. It happens sometimes. So, yes, indeed. Napoli said, I will rewatch this game, but I still give this team some grace, even though they did make some bad decisions. I agree. Got to give them some grace. No other team has gone through what this team has gone through. Sueda says, here's the thing. Kelsey took 13 shots, got 6 free throws. CC shot 12 times, no free throws. That is some BS right there. Refs crooked. Yeah, and you know what? And the refs were standing right there, and we saw how they were handling Caitlyn. And I'm thinking, it doesn't matter how many people complain about the officiating. They're standing right there. And even Debbie said, finally, they're going to call a foul. That time when Caitlyn was like grabbed up, like fouled twice, and they finally called the whistle late. So Yes. This is the first time Freedom said all season they had a full roster. Yeah, Colson came on at the very end. I'm so way back on the comments. So let me see. Straight Fighter, thank you so much. Boxing out is such an underappreciated fundamental of basketball. It is. It's the grit work. Thank you, Straight Fighter. Thank you for that fire. Appreciate it. It's so important. Yeah, I'm just kind of scrolling through. CC, they didn't win. We lost it. I think it was a combo. I think we got like boom, 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 and then we didn't respond. I disagree about the coach. I'm sorry. She didn't miss any shots today. But I know she's the easy target. 6 foot says Sunday's game versus the Wings is going to be a good one. We got to correct these errors. Social media, either way, will be on fire. Either way, you know that's the truth. And the errors must be corrected for sure. And Sunday's game is at noon my time. And so I will have to see when I get home because I have church and we have a special group coming and leading. So it may go over. So I don't know if I'll be there at the start. No one expected Caitlyn to get a triple-double. We expected her to be the general today, be the floor general. Yep. So anyway, everybody. Oh, goodness gracious. Sometimes you lose games. All right. So Napoli Bear Nick is a new member. Welcome. Yeah, the Fever will play. Who did we just say? We just said it. The Wings. I'm going to try to explain this one more time. And I honestly, I don't want to be disrespectful, but I've explained this over and over again. And everybody who knows the game has to understand this. I can't say it any more clearly. I don't think. I pride myself on communication, but somehow this is not getting through. So I explain this again. She's not stopping them from playing fast. She consistently says they want to play fast. But the way basketball works is that you have to play defense to be able to get stops and go in the other direction. If you're constantly taking the ball out of the hoop because you're not getting stops, your ability to play fast is going to be severely limited. That's why she preaches defense so much, so that you can then go do what you're best at, and that is fast. So again, if you rewatch the game, if you watch the beginning of the game when their defense looked to be like it was clicking, you notice that they were able to push pace. But generally speaking, yes, you can try to get it out of the hoop and try to push, but the defense is already down the court, right? So to push the pace, you have to play defense. And this team's defense for the majority of the game was not conducive to playing the kind of offense they want to play. So I keep trying to explain that, and I don't know if I'm not being clear or whatever, but that's a fundamental of basketball. So your defense will lead to offense. And then you got to make shots. So the Wings. All right, everybody. Enjoy hanging out with you as always. Freedom. I'm shaking my head. I'm trying to explain that. I'm trying to explain. She plays best with a rim runner, but if she has a rim runner and they're not getting stops, then the rim runner ain't going to be able to run. Yeah, I mean, it's just that simple. I must have missed the comment. I must have missed this particular comment. So, yep. Yeah, I said the transition of working her back in, and I said the same thing, JM. It's gonna take a while to bring her back in. You got to mix everything up. I mean, and you got to experiment with that. All right, Letty. I hope I catch you. I hope I'm able to go live next time. If not, hopefully by part of the game. If not, at the beginning of the game. Straight fighter, I'll say this. Everyone wants the Fever to win a title now. Even LeBron, D-Wade, and Bosh didn't win a championship their first season together. Yeah, especially if they've been through so much like this team. Thank you, Straight Fighter, again. Oh, Marcus said AB's too Christian to play. AB been bought. What does that mean? She's too Christian to play? My personal belief is that she should even be better. With the head and not the tail. Ha! Above and not beneath. Hey! I'm not quite sure what that means. That's a weird comment. Sandra says, I'm with you about Sunday's game. Also have church, so I'll probably miss the first half of the game. Yes, I may miss the first half as well. Yeah, that was just a strange comment. But in any case, everybody, always good hanging out with you. I want to hang out all the time with oh, you gave him a timeout. That was worth the timeout, Frida. Good job. That was worth the timeout. You got to come back and do better than that. All right. But I wish every time we hung out, I wish it was all wins, all praise, all positivity. It just doesn't work that way. I mean, but what we don't want is a lack of effort. And I kind of feel like they got punched in the gut and they didn't recuperate. And they've got to do the fundamentals, you know. But let's go Fever. Oh, let's go Fever. Pope says they're not real fans. Yeah. Next game, we get the W. I hope so. All right, everybody. I guess they're going to go take a nap now after having to play. We got to beat Dallas again. I think they played while I was away, right? Because I haven't seen them play Dallas, I don't think. And then I got to put Ruth's comment up here again because this is what we're preaching. Without defense, there's no offense, no matter what plays or personnel a coach lays out. So true. All right, everybody. You guys, thank you for hanging out. Thank you. Hit the like button if you haven't done so yet. Hey, anybody watching the Phoenix game today? I assume that DB is going to play. I'm really interested in seeing how she plays today. Giving up is not an option, Mike says. Let's go. Rossies. Phoenix. Interesting. I only got 22 likes. What? Come on, y'all. Let's go. Is that 22 for CC? Oh, the Sun did finish the win. Wow. All right, everybody. Appreciate you guys. Love you. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you all. I'll catch you next time, God willing, for the W. The W, the win. The dream game with the Fever. When is that one? I hope to, if it fits in my schedule. I hope to. I got to look at the schedule, but when I can, I shall. All right. God bless you abundantly, everybody. We still believe.